Ever pondered why some foods set off a sweet symphony in your mouth while others strike a sour note? This is all thanks to our taste spectrum, which includes sweet, sour, bitter, salty, and umami. These taste profiles are determined by various factors, from the food's chemical composition to how our taste buds interpret these signals. For instance, sweet foods often contain sugars, while sour foods usually have a high acidity level. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the science behind these taste sensations. So, why do some foods taste sweet? The answer lies in our taste buds. You see, our tongues are covered in tiny little bumps called papillae, and nestled within these are our taste buds. Each taste bud is home to about 50 to 100 taste receptor cells, which are like little flavor detectors. When you take a bite of a sugary treat, the sugar molecules interact with the taste receptors on your tongue. These receptors are proteins that bind to the sweet molecules, triggering a series of events that send signals to your brain. But it's not just sugar that can set off this sweet symphony. Other substances, like artificial sweeteners and some proteins, can also trigger these receptors. That's why certain fruits and even some vegetables can have a sweet taste. The interesting part is, not all sweet substances taste the same. The sweetness we perceive is influenced by the type of sweet molecule and how well it binds to the taste receptors. This is why the sweetness of sugar is different from that of, say, an artificial sweetener. This binding of sweet molecules also explains why some things can taste sweet at first, but then the sweetness fades or changes. It's all about how the molecules interact with our taste receptors over time. So the next time you indulge in a piece of chocolate cake or savor a ripe peach, remember it's your taste buds working behind the scenes to create that sweet sensation. That's how a bite of your favorite dessert sends you into sweet ecstasy. Now, let's shift gears to the sour side of the spectrum. Our tongues are quite the detectives when it comes to deciphering different tastes, and sour is no exception. The zingy sensation we associate with sourness originates from acidic substances. You might remember from your school chemistry lessons that acids are substances with a high concentration of hydrogen ions. Now here's where it gets fascinating. When we bite into a sour candy or squeeze a fresh lemon, our taste buds leap into action. These tiny sensory organs are scattered all over our tongues, and they have a particular knack for picking up on the presence of hydrogen ions. The more hydrogen ions an acid has, the more sour it will taste. As soon as our taste buds detect these ions, they send signals flying up to the brain. It's here where the magic truly happens. Our brain takes these signals and translates them into the tangy, tart sensation we know as sourness. This is why when you bite into a lemon, your face might pucker up as if you've just heard the world's worst joke. It's your brain's way of saying, "Whoa there, that's sour." It's a fascinating process, isn't it? The world of tastes is a complex and intriguing one, and sour is just one part of the gustatory spectrum. So, that tangy lemon or tart vinegar owes its sourness to its acidity levels. But what happens when sweet meets sour? This is where the magic happens, where the culinary world spins on its axis. This sweet and sour balance is a symphony of flavors, a dance of taste buds, that can elevate a dish from ordinary to extraordinary. Imagine biting into a piece of sweet and sour chicken. The sweetness of the sugar and pineapple perfectly balances the tartness of the vinegar, creating a culinary experience that is both comforting and exciting. Or consider the classic lemon meringue pie. The tangy lemon filling juxtaposed with the sweet light meringue is a match made in heaven, a testament to the genius of sweet and sour. This balance is not just a coincidence. It's a deliberate, artful blend of flavors that chefs around the world have mastered. The sweetness enhances the sour, and the sour heightens the sweetness, creating a flavor profile that is complex, rich, and utterly satisfying. So, the next time you savor a sweet and sour dish, remember the science that makes it so delicious. Who knew our taste buds had such a scientific side, right? We've journeyed through the sweet science of sucrose and glucose, the sour sensations of citric and malic acids, and the tantalizing balance these flavors bring to our plates. Now, why not bring this knowledge into your kitchen? Experiment, play with sweet and sour, and share your culinary adventures. If you enjoyed this tasty dive into food science, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our channel. Stay curious, stay hungry,